Most parents in the West believe emotional intelligence is something you teach a child. You explain feelings, you name them on a chart, you reward the calm ones and correct the loud ones. You do everything right, and the meltdowns keep coming. In Japan, parents almost never do this. There are no feelings charts on the fridge, no timers for tantrums, no long talks about why hitting is wrong. And yet Japanese children are, on average, among the most emotionally regulated in the world. They wait. They share. They settle themselves before an adult ever steps in. It looks like a personality difference. It isn't. It's a method, a quiet one, passed down without ever being written down. Japanese parents don't train emotional intelligence into a child. They build the conditions for it to grow on its own. And the difference is not in what they say. It's in what they do before they say anything. By the end of this video, you'll understand 7 habits Japanese parents use to raise emotionally intelligent children. None of them require a single lecture, and the last one quietly undoes most of what Western parenting teaches us to do. Before I give you the 7 habits, you need to understand the one belief underneath all of them. In the West, we treat a child's emotions as a problem to be managed, something to fix, redirect, or talk down. In Japan, a child's emotions are treated as something to be accompanied, not fixed, not rushed, accompanied. The parent's job is not to remove the feeling, it's to stay calm beside it until it passes. This sounds small. It changes everything. Because a child does not learn emotional control from instructions. A child learns it from the nervous system of the adult standing next to them. Every habit you're about to hear is really one habit, repeated 7 ways. The parent settles first. The child borrows that calm. The first habit is the foundation. The parent settles before the child does. In a Western home, a tantrum often raises the temperature of the whole room. The child screams. The parent's voice climbs to match it. Now there are 2 upset people, not 1. A Japanese mother does the opposite. When her child melts down, she lowers her voice. She slows her breathing. She becomes the calmest object in the room. She is not ignoring the child. She is anchoring the child. There's a quiet science to this. A young child cannot regulate their own nervous system yet. The part of the brain that calms big emotions is still years from finishing, so they borrow stability from the adult nearest to them. Researchers call this co-regulation. That is why a loud parent makes a louder child, and why a steady parent slowly makes a steadier one. So the calm you bring is not a mood, it's the lesson. Tonight, when your child's emotions rise, try lowering yourself instead. Soften your face. Drop your voice below theirs. You are not giving in. You are showing them what calm looks like from the inside. The second habit has a name, Mimamoru, to watch over while holding back. Western parenting rushes in. A child stumbles and we catch them. A child struggles with a puzzle and we solve it. A child argues with a friend and we step between them. Japanese parents wait. They watch closely, ready to help, but they let the child sit inside the difficulty first. A toddler fumbles with a shoe for 2 full minutes while the mother simply watches. She does not fix it. She lets the small frustration happen. This is not neglect. It's trust. Because emotional intelligence is built in the gap between a feeling and a rescue. When you always rescue, that gap never forms. A child who is allowed to feel frustrated and then move through it learns that hard feelings are survivable. Tonight, find one small struggle and let it stand. Watch. Wait. Don't reach in. Let them feel it and let them finish it. The third habit is how Japanese parents respond once a feeling has arrived. They name the emotion before they correct the action. A Western parent often leads with the rule, "Don't hit. We don't do that." The behavior gets addressed. The feeling underneath it is ignored.
A Japanese mother kneels to eye level and names what's happening inside the child first.
You're angry. You wanted the toy.
Only after the feeling is seen does she touch the behavior. The Japanese have a soft word for this inner world. Kimochi, the felt state of the heart. When you name a child's feeling, 2 things happen. The child feels understood, so the storm shrinks. and the child slowly learns the words for what's happening inside them. A feeling that has a name is a feeling a child can manage. Tonight, before any correction, say what your child is feeling out loud. Just name it. Watch how quickly the heat drops. The fourth habit looks, to Western eyes, like spoiling. It isn't. It's called Amae, the freedom to lean completely on someone you trust. In the West, we push independence early. Sleep alone, soothe yourself, be a big kid. We treat clinginess as a problem to outgrow. Japanese parents allow deep closeness, carrying, comforting, staying near, without anxiety. They let the child depend fully now, on purpose. It sounds counterintuitive, but the most secure children are not the ones pushed away early. They're the ones allowed to come close first. A child who knows the door is always open stops checking whether it's locked. That security becomes the floor under every emotion they will ever feel. You cannot build emotional intelligence on top of insecurity. The closeness comes first. The independence grows out of it. Tonight, when your child reaches for you, don't measure whether they should still need it. Let them lean. Be the safe place they return to. The fifth habit turns the child's attention outward. It's called Omoiyari, sensing what another person feels before they say it. Western empathy is often taught as a rule. Say sorry, share, be nice. The child performs kindness without feeling it. Japanese parents teach the feeling, not the script. When a child hurts a friend, the mother doesn't demand an apology. She turns the child gently toward the other and asks them to look. See his face. How does he feel right now? The goal is not obedience, it's perception. A child who learns to read another person's face is building the deepest part of emotional intelligence, the ability to feel with someone, not just beside them. This is the skill that holds friendships together later. The child who can sense a hurt before it's spoken becomes the adult everyone trusts. This is slow work. It can't be rushed into a single sorry. Tonight, instead of forcing an apology, point your child toward the other person's face. Ask what they see there. Let them notice. Empathy starts with attention, not words. The sixth habit is almost invisible. It's the use of silence. The Japanese call this kind of meaningful space ma, the pause that carries weight. Western homes are loud with response. A child says something, and we answer instantly. A child acts out, and we react in the same second. Japanese parents leave a beat of silence, a breath between the child's action and their own response. That pause does something powerful. It teaches the child that feelings don't require an immediate reaction, that you can feel something fully and still wait. A child raised inside constant, instant reaction never learns the gap between an urge and a choice. A child raised with ma learns to pause before acting, which is the whole foundation of self-control. Tonight, build one pause into your day. When your child does something that pulls a reaction out of you, wait 3 slow seconds first. Let the silence do part of the parenting. The seventh habit replaces punishment with something quieter. It's called Hansei, honest self-reflection without shame. When a Western child does wrong, the response is often correction layered with feeling, disappointment, a raised voice, sometimes shame. The lesson lands tangled with fear. Japanese parents separate the two. After the heat has passed, they sit with the child and reflect, calmly. Not, you were bad, but, what happened? What could be different next time? The child is never the problem. The action is. This sounds gentle to the point of weakness. It's the opposite. A child who reflects without shame learns to look honestly at their own behavior, and a person who can do that becomes someone who corrects themselves for life. Shame teaches a child to hide. Reflection teaches a child to grow.
Tonight, after the next mistake, wait for calm.
Then ask, softly, what happened? Let them think it through. Be curious, not disappointed. Now, here's the deeper truth that ties all 7 habits together. In the West, we believe emotional intelligence is something you put into a child. You explain it, reward it, drill it. You treat the child like an empty room you have to furnish with the right feelings. In Japan, emotional intelligence is something a child absorbs from the air around them, from the calm of the parent, from the pause in the room, from the closeness they're allowed to keep. Notice what every habit had in common. The parent settles first. The parent waits. The parent stays close, stays quiet, stays curious. The child was never the project. The parent was. This is the part most of us get backward. We try to fix the child's storm while standing inside our own. We demand a calm we are not modeling. We teach feelings with words while our own face says something different. A child reads the room long before they understand a sentence. So here is the truth underneath all 7. Emotional intelligence is not taught, it's caught. A child does not learn calm from being told. A child learns calm from being near it. The most emotionally intelligent children in the world are not raised by the wisest words. They're raised beside the steadiest adults. So what do you do with this tonight? You don't need all 7 habits at once. You don't need to become a different parent by morning. You only need the first one, the pause. The next time your child's emotions rise, the screaming, the tears, the impossible no, do nothing for 3 seconds. Don't fix it. Don't lecture. Don't even label it yet. Just breathe. Lower yourself. Become the calmest thing in the room. That single pause is where all 7 habits begin. Mimamoru lives in it. Ma lives in it. Your own steadiness lives in it. That one quiet breath has shaped more emotionally intelligent children than any chart, reward, or lecture ever has. And it will start shaping yours tonight. If this changed the way you see your child's emotions, the next video goes one layer deeper. It's about how Japanese parents talk to their children, the quiet way they speak so a child actually listens without raising their voice once. It's called How Japanese Parents Get Children to Listen Without Yelling. What you learn there will change the way every hard conversation in your home begins.